This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Right now at 7, a suspended IMPD officer is facing a long list of serious charges: battery, obstruction of justice, perjury, and official misconduct. Those charges started with a confrontation between Officer Robert Lawson and a student at Shortridge High School. Video of what happened quickly spread across social media last month. Officers were called to the school after a hallway fight between students. When one of those students was being escorted off the school's property, he comes face to face with Officer Lawson, and he is seen striking the student. Prosecutors say several of the charges against Lawson stem from what he reported about the incident compared to what you can see in the video.
The video evidence as well as the witness statements directly contradict Officer Lawson's report. There are a number of not only inaccuracies but false statements that relate to material facts, which is why we decided it was appropriate to file those additional charges.
According to prosecutors, Lawson claimed he hit the teen with an open palm and feared the student was going to hit him first. They say the video shows that was not true. And according to charging documents, Lawson also claimed another officer present during the incident saw the student swing his fist. But that officer denies ever making that statement. IMPD Chief Brian Roach says Lawson has been suspended without pay, and a termination recommendation has been submitted to the Civilian Oversight Merit Board. Roach says the department continues to review the incident to improve as an agency. Indianapolis Public Schools came out with this statement on the incident today, saying it will continue to work with the community to ensure all children are provided a safe and secure learning environment. We have statements also from the family, Black Lives Matter, and IMPD right now in this story on the RTV6 mobile app. Let's get your evening Storm Team 6 forecast. And we had a warm day out there as summer makes a return. What's the rest of the week looking like? Kevin Gregory's here with a look at the forecast.
And I think today gives you an indication of what tomorrow will be like, Wednesday, Thursday, and on. One day this month, we've had rainfall. That's it. Indianapolis International is where the official rain gauge is, and that measured just 1/100th of an inch so far this month. We'll hold off on any real rain chances until we get later in the weekend. Right now it's beautiful, 84 degrees, the wind out of the northwest, the humidity not bad, certainly noticeable, I'll grant you that. 7:52 is now sunset time. Any clouds that you see out your window will fade away tonight. 85 in Bloomington and Terre Haute, those are the warm spots. Otherwise, everybody above the average high of 78 for this time of year. Down to the 60s tonight, but still at 10 o'clock we'll be in the 70s with partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. Temperatures in the morning, we wake up with some sunshine, a mild dry start. Temperatures at 66 both at 7 and 8 a.m. From there, afternoon temperatures once again climb to the 80s, just not as warm as today.
Tens of thousands of General Motors workers are on strike right now. Today, the United Auto Workers Union walked out of dozens of GM facilities, including this plant in Kokomo. This is the largest work stoppage by any union against any American business since the last strike against GM in 2007. But the two sides are talking. Karen Kefa has the details now from Washington.
The United Auto Workers Union striking against General Motors Sunday night, walking out at dozens of GM factories and facilities in 9 states, including Michigan.
My father was here and his uncle before him. 3 generations. I have children, and my children will have children, and I want this place to still be around for them.
The union says GM is putting profits ahead of its people, many of whom weathered the company's struggles in 2008 and 2009, bankruptcy and a government bailout. GM says it has made an offer that would boost worker pay and make a $7 billion investment in preserving thousands of jobs, in addition to offering a solution for 2 plants slated for closure, one in Detroit and one in Lordstown, Ohio. The union says saving jobs is key to the talks.
Has always been a priority for the UAW to sustain job security in any one of our agreements, and we are going to continue to have those discussions.
Democratic Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin of Michigan has 2 GM plants in her district.
I think everyone wants to get to a deal, right? People don't want to be out of work. They don't want to be on strike. They want to be negotiating and getting to some conclusion. I was thrilled to see that the parties were meeting again today.
Any deal between the union and GM will set the tone for upcoming contract conversations with Ford and Fiat Chrysler. In Washington, I'm Karen Kefa.
An 18-year-old is under arrest in connection to stolen vehicles and thefts in 2 Greenfield neighborhoods. Carl Mays Jr. is facing charges for auto theft and theft. Officers say they found 3 of the 4 stolen vehicles near West Washington Street and Belmont Avenue on Indianapolis's west side. The vehicles were taken from the Liberty Shores neighborhood and the Chapman Estates neighborhood in Greenfield this month. Surveillance video here captured several suspects. Those police are still investigating, trying to find others who may have been involved in this. Meanwhile, in Fortville, police are warning residents to lock their vehicle doors and take all their valuables inside. In a Facebook post, the department says numerous reports of car break-ins came in overnight. The post asks residents to report any suspicious activity they might notice as it's happening. Right now, IMPD detectives continue their investigation into a shooting involving a 4-year-old boy. Police say the child accidentally shot himself. It happened just before noon on Jamestown Court on the city's northeast side. The boy is in serious condition at Riley Hospital for Children. We're waiting to hear from IMPD how the child got access to the gun and whether any adults who were looking after him might face charges. Pro-life groups are calling for a deeper investigation into a former Northern Indiana abortion doctor. Last week, more than 2,000 fetal remains were discovered at the Illinois home of Dr. Ulrich Klopfer. The remains were discovered by Klopfer's family after he died earlier this month. Klopfer was known as Indiana's most prolific abortion doctor. He had clinics in Gary, South Bend, and Fort Wayne. Members of St. Joseph County's Right to Life are worried there could be more remains that have yet to be found.
Klopfer was responsible for over 30,000 abortions. So the fact that they've only found 2,000 remains makes us question where are the other remains.
In 2012, Indiana's Attorney General opened an investigation into Klopfer's practices. Klopfer was charged in 2014 after waiting for months to report an abortion performed on a 13-year-old girl. 2 years later, his medical license was suspended for documentation errors and failing to exercise reasonable care. Klopfer's South Bend clinic was the most recent to close in 2016. Something to watch for in the next few weeks. Gas prices are expected to jump after a huge spike in oil prices. The prices went up after the weekend attack on a Saudi Arabian oil field. Crude oil prices went up 11%. That's the biggest increase in years. Experts say that will likely cause gas prices to creep up this fall. U.S. officials are still trying to figure out who launched the attack, but they say it appears weapons from Iran were used in this. For the first time in 11 months, no new cases of measles have been reported in the last week. That's according to the health officials at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. 1,241 cases have been reported this year. That's the highest number of cases reported in the U.S. since 1992. The current epidemic centered around New York and Brooklyn. Most of the cases were among people who were not vaccinated against measles. Right now, 98 people are celebrating their first night as official U.S. citizens. 98 people took the oath of allegiance today at a naturalization ceremony. That's the final step to becoming a United States citizen. They received their certifications of naturalization at the Indiana State Museum. The 98 new citizens come from 34 different countries. We asked a man originally from Mali, a country in West Africa, what he wants to do now that he's a U.S. citizen.
I want to vote. I want to work. Help people who need help.
U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services says in honor of U.S. Constitution Day, more than 34,000 new citizens are being sworn in across the country from September 13th through the 23rd. Next on the news at 7, how Walmart is working to keep kids and the environment safe while giving out gift cards to customers.
And it's dry now. You don't need me to tell you that. Closest thunderstorms moving south of the Ohio River away from central Indiana when our next best chance of rain arrives coming up. Storm Team 6 working for you.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Welcome back to the news at 7. September is National Baby Safety Month, and Walmart is using the opportunity to collect old car seats that put kids at risk. So beginning today, customers can trade in a car seat their child has outgrown for a $30 Walmart gift card. The store is partnering with a recycling business to help keep car seats out of landfills. There's a 2-car seat trade-in limit per household. You can take advantage of the deal through September 30th. A last-minute change to the cast of Dancing with the Stars ahead of tonight's premiere right here on RTV6. Christy Brinkley hurt her arm and wrist while practicing, so her daughter will take her place. ABC's Romina Puga is backstage in Hollywood for the premiere of the show's 28th season. She has a look at the rest of the cast as they prepare to leave it all on the dance floor.
Dancing with the Stars is back.
I would have major FOMO if I didn't do this.
This season, beloved Bachelorette Hannah Brown, Dawson's Creek actor James Vanderbeek, and country singer Lauren Elena are just some of the celebrities competing for the Mirrorball Trophy. 70s supermodel Christy Brinkley was set to participate until this fall. During rehearsals, sidelined her. A last-minute substitution, her daughter Sailor Brinkley Cook.
I freaked out and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm so scared. And then I met with everyone from Dancing with the Stars and my partner, and I felt this high.
Athletes Lamar Odom and Ray Lewis are no strangers to competition.
The last time I competed for a championship in LA, I won. What's really interesting about dance and football is it's all footwork.
Funny woman Kate Flannery from The Office is transferring her comedic talent to the dance floor.
Dance involves timing, and comedy involves timing.
Queer Eye star Karamo Brown has won 3 Emmys. Can he win the judges' votes?
They can put me in anything. There's not one thing that I'll say no to.
From the Supremes' Mary Wilson to Fifth Harmony's Allie Brooke, these songbirds are trading the recording studio for the dance floor. The common thread tying this cast together, their excitement over the infamous costumes.
I am living for it.
90s comedian Kel Mitchell is dusting off his dancing shoes. But the wild card this year, former White House press secretary Sean Spicer.
I figured this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something way out of my comfort zone.
It's going to be a grueling 12 weeks for this new cast of celebrities, but Carrie Ann, Len, and Bruno are back to judge the 28th Dancing with the Stars competition. In Hollywood, Romina Puga, ABC News.
And that's coming your way only on RTV6 tonight. If you can.
No weather interruptions.
With no weather interruptions, right?
Yeah, don't have to worry about that. We won't interrupt the sunshine either for a while, except for sunset. Temperatures over the next couple days will be the story. I just want to show you Umberto sits off the southeast U.S. coast. It is a hurricane, but is not going to threaten the mainland. It will continue to move off to the east and away from the U.S., passing north of Bermuda. And so we escaped that. Now, let's talk about what is going to happen here for the next few days. High pressure off to the east. That pretty much ensures generally clear nights, sunshine during the day, and temperatures above the average high of 78. In most cases, we'll be lower 80s, if not the mid 80s, or a little warmer. Let's break it down. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday there, the temperatures. We hit 89 today, another almost 90-degree day. Noticeably cooler tomorrow by 5-6 degrees. And then Wednesday and Thursday will creep back up. Rain chances are minimal, even when we get to Saturday. Certainly nothing to get too excited about. Chance for thunderstorms a little higher as we approach Sunday and on Monday, late in the weekend and early next week. Temperatures 81 in Peru, a comfortable 79 in Tipton and Crawfordsville, still in the mid-80s in Bloomington, also in Greensburg. We'll be united tonight, all of us in the 60s. Temperatures tomorrow morning will warm quickly, but not as significantly as today. Should be about 76 by noon. Northern portions of the area may struggle to hit 80 degrees. We'll have a northeast wind. Should be mid-80s to the south. And in Indianapolis, as I mentioned, we'll be closer to the 80-degree mark than 90, about 6 degrees cooler than today. Wednesday, again, more sunshine around, temperatures mid-80s for the afternoon high. As we look at other high temperatures, this is above average, and it looks like it'll stay that way, not just through the 7-day forecast, but really to the end of the month. The outlook to the 29th shows above average temperatures on the way. Planning forecast, if you have any outdoor plans for the rest of the week into the weekend, no issues to deal with. Temperatures as warm as 87 Friday, another dry night for Friday night football. As you look at the weekend, 20% chance for a shower or thunderstorm on Saturday, 30% Sunday and Monday. The coolest temperature in there happens to be a week from today, 6 out of 7 or 80 or above.
You have us already looking forward to Friday.
Way out there.
Way out there. Coming up in our nightly Hiring Hoosiers report, why something called the efficiency gap means bad news for the future of retail jobs. Plus, students are spending time outside developing their green thumbs to get a head start on their careers before they leave the classroom. That's all ahead in Hiring Hoosiers, only on RTV6.
That's why the milk is so fresh at Meijer.
RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers is connecting you to jobs and training to jumpstart your career in high-demand industries. The local tech sector sometimes struggles to find new employees, so a female-led company created a program to generate the next generation of tech talent. NetLogix is an information technology risk assessment consulting firm that prides itself on its internship program. The company's CEO says the program plays an important role in opening the door for more women in tech. NetLogix also has an initiative called Diverse by Design to make sure the company has a positive and diverse culture. They partner with the Indiana Latino Institute and Ivy Works when it comes time to hire interns. Founder and CEO Audrey Taylor is a pioneer in Indy's tech sector, having started NetLogix 21 years ago.
I was given opportunities when I was first in my career, so I think it's important that we give other people opportunities. Obviously, it starts with the fact that I'm a woman in the tech industry, so if I can do it, I would like to encourage other women to do it. I also think it's a good career for women. It does have flexibility. It supports having a career. It supports having children. It supports a balanced lifestyle because you can do tech from wherever you are. So I really like to encourage other women to pursue what I think is a great career.
NetLogix's internship program provides a mentor designed to help the interns succeed, with a focus on real-world experience. If you want to learn more about NetLogix and its internship program, you can hear more from CEO Audrey Taylor at hiringhoosiers.com. The holiday season is approaching and companies are looking for seasonal workers, but overall, the outlook is not good for jobs at brick-and-mortar stores. The Institute of International Finance says retailers will likely continue to eliminate jobs for years to come. They blame what they call the efficiency gap when you compare traditional stores to online retailers. For example, they say it takes 8 workers at a department store to generate $1 million in sales each year. For an online retailer, they need less than 1 employee for the same amount. Well, Hiring Hoosiers is focusing on ways students can prepare to go from the classroom to a career thanks to local programs. At Central 9 Career Center, students are doing more than just yard work. RTV6's Aaron Lish shows you how they're preparing for careers in landscaping.
Austin, you guys get the other hose. You guys can be watering those ornamental grasses.
Working on their green thumbs, students at Central 9 Career Center are focusing on landscaping management for future careers.
I have companies reaching out to me, weekly, 2 and 3 companies a week trying to recruit our kids. So I think every one of my kids could walk out of here with a job.
Along with being taught how to run a greenhouse, students study aquaponics by raising tilapia and shrimp farming. And for landscaping, they learn to work multiple machines.
Just a lot of knowledge on how to run a lot of the equipment and work in the field.
They use high-powered lawn mowers and tools to maintain Central 9's campus.
The oil's a little dark, so we might need to change it.
Outside of school, Caleb Peters mows about 50 lawns and hopes to expand his business with the knowledge learned from this class.
I'd like to have employees, and I wanted to learn more about running my business and learning more about the landscaping section of it.
And as they make the Career Center in pristine condition, they feel ready for life after high school because of their hands-on experience in this program.
Having that and being taught versus just trying to figure it out all myself was very helpful for me.
That was Aaron Lish reporting. As students in the program learn about horticulture, they earn dual credits and certifications to get them ready for a career once they graduate. Well, tomorrow is your chance to learn more about possible jobs with the Indiana Department of Transportation. INDOT is holding job fairs across the state, including Bloomington, Cloverdale, and West Lafayette. The Indianapolis Job Fair is at 7105 Brookville Road. All the fairs are from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. INDOT is recruiting candidates for more than 100 seasonal and full-time positions. Hundreds of seasonal and part-time jobs are available for the holiday season through UPS. The company says it's hiring more than 800 people in central Indiana, including package handlers and drivers. Part-time positions with UPS can sometimes turn into a full-time career. You can learn more about the positions and apply at upsjobs.com. And to learn about dozens of other positions available right now across central Indiana, head to hiringhoosiers.com and click on the Career Resources section. You can also learn more about training programs open to adults and students and hear tips from our career coach. The news at 7 continues after this.
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
So I feel even more.
Finally tonight on RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers, Arsenal Tech has a new tool to help train the next generation of firefighters. A dedication ceremony was held today for the school's new fire training drill tower. Since 2012, the program has given more than 100 high school juniors and seniors training similar to what's taught at the city's Fire Department Training Academy. Students receive 9 college credit hours when they successfully complete the program. IPS credits Indianapolis Fire Chief Ernest Malone with making this fire tower project possible.
Still over 20 minutes before the sun sets. Millie is ready to go for a walk. Maybe you are at home too. I think Millie's ready to go for a ride, and she thinks I'm hopping in the driver's seat.
She sure is. Look at her.
Nope, we're getting out and we're going to do some walking. 84, that's our temperature right now. 74 at 11. You can send your dog's picture to kevin.gregory@wrtv.com, and I'd be happy to take your dog for a walk during the forecast.
He's the best walker for them too. Thanks for joining us for RTV6 News at 7. We're back with you tonight for the news at 11. Have a good evening.